What a jewel this place is.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's the church right in the heart of Parliament, and it's just a pool of calm and an opportunity to come and pray. I think it's a very special space. And it's really wonderful because you see people that you never imagined would come and you go, oh, hello.
How do you feel when you're praying here?
Really touched, actually, because you have a clear understanding that God is in the centre of all we're doing. Every time Parliament starts the day, it starts with prayer.
Yeah, many people would imagine that, Parliament and God really wouldn't go hand in hand.
I think in this space, there is no party, there's just one body, and that's the body of Christ. And being able to acknowledge that we're all part of it, and we are all part of the solution. And there's a great deal we can do by working together.
The other place.
Patricia Scotland's career reads as a series of firsts. The first black woman to become a QC, the first to become a government minister, and the first female Attorney General. Born in Dominica and brought up in East London, she didn't always feel quite so part of the establishment.
I was one of 10 children, and my mother was a very devout Catholic, and my father was an equally ardent Methodist. And I think my parents found it quite hard when they first came to England, because at that stage it wasn't necessarily as welcoming as they thought it would be. And their faith was a very strong part of how they got through all of those things.
Some public figures find it difficult to own up to being a Christian, if you like. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because it makes lots of people feel vulnerable, and that you could be subject to attack. There's a feeling that more might be expected of you, or that if you make decisions, people will challenge them and look at them through the prism of the faith that you purport to have.
It's never really been an issue for you, though, has it?
No, it hasn't. I think I've never hesitated from giving the credit where credit's due, and the credit always goes to God. The things that I've done which are good, I know have been through His grace. The things that I've done that aren't so good, I know they're usually down to me. So faith has been very much part of the living, breathing fabric of my life and who I am.
That well-loved hymn was sung by the congregation of St Jude on the Hill in Hampstead. As well as London churches and cathedrals, we've also visited some London concert venues, including the church-turned-performance space, LSO St Lukes. This deconsecrated church is now the rehearsal space for the London Symphony Orchestra. We brought together our own musicians to accompany this popular hymn. In East London, the towering office blocks of Canary Wharf are hard to miss. This place was once the thriving West India docks, importing sugar, coffee and rum from the Caribbean. By the 1960s, the docks were in decline, and in 1988, the building of Canary Wharf began. This place is not only a huge symbol of London's affluence, but of the changing face of UK economy. We were once the workshop of the world, and now we lead in this: finance. Dragon's Den star Duncan Bannatyne has built a reputation for being a hard-nosed businessman.
I think that what you're doing is good, but it's not a business. So for that reason, I'm out.
But when we invited him onto the programme, Pam saw a softer side of the Dragon.